2 for 78 now, and certainly given Rawtenstall more hope than they've had. But Weeks is doing very well. The score is still mounting. They've got past the 80 mark. Weeks is about 45, I think he is. 45 or 6. 46, I think that boundary makes him 50. Yes, it does. 50 for Weeks out of 92. Well, that's 93. And a very interesting point in these league matches is that when a player gets 50 runs or a bowler takes 5 wickets for 30 or less, then a collection is taken. And the crowds are always generous. It isn't only the good score they appreciate, but more the manner in which it's made. And Weeks, I'm sure today, will be rewarded with a really good collection. The players are taking the boxes round amongst this vast crowd, but meantime the match is going on. The score is mounting very, very steadily. Players must be getting pretty hot by this time. The crowd certainly seem to be with their coats off. The players have been playing for about an hour and a half now, and here onto the field come some liquid refreshments which the players will appreciate. They're being brought on by one of the Rawtenstall committee men. The youngsters also are getting pretty hot and thirsty, and the ladies in the refreshment tent are doing roaring trade in the bottles of pop. These kiddies certainly know how to get those down. You can hear Steve Wells bowling to Weeks. And he bowls Weeks. Oh, that's a grand stroke for Rawtenstall. Weeks is out. The score 134 for 3. Weeks got 74. It's a fine effort, a really fine effort on the part of Wells. Well, 134 for 3 is certainly a good start for Bacup. But cricket's a very peculiar game, and Rawtenstall are hoping that the bowlers will now be able to go through the rest of the Bacup batsmen pretty cheaply. They got Weeks out, and that's a tremendous stroke in their favour. But Tommy Graham, the Bacup captain, is batting, and he's got different ideas from the rest of the Rawtenstall spectators. For he's determined that this good start that Bacup have made shall be consolidated. He's batting very, very well indeed. And the Bacup score is certainly mounting considerably, getting past the 160 mark now, and Graham is playing a captain's innings, there's no doubt about that. Now we have Banks bowling there to Banham, and the Rawtenstall wicket-keeper, Jordan, has taken Banham at the wicket. He's a grand little keeper, Jordan. He's kept wicket very, very well indeed. And he should have many years of cricket for the Rawtenstall club before him. And now the Bacup captain has declared the innings closed. The score 210 for 7. Well, that's a good score. Incidentally, Graham's own score was 42 not out. Well, that was a sporting declaration if ever there was one. For probably, if Graham had batted a few minutes longer, he would have got his 50, and a very, very good collection indeed. But like a good captain, he's decided to put his side before himself, and that really is the embodiment of the spirit of cricket, of which we're all so truly proud. And now the players and the spectators feel like having a little relaxation. The players want their tea, and so do many of the spectators. Tea is provided on these grounds at huts which are situated at various points round about the ground. But when you get a crowd like this, people are rather nervous about leaving their seats, because although there's very good seating accommodation on this ground, there can't possibly be seats for everyone, and there's somebody ready to pounce on any vacated seat as soon as it's free. And so a lot of these people have brought their own teas with them, and the whole family have it together during the interval. This is certainly a happy crowd of people here on this glorious day in June. They're really enjoying the sunshine and the open air. That is all, of course, except the ladies in the tea pavilion who are having to work. For we must remember that a lot of the money at these clubs, a lot of the finance does come from the profit which these ladies make on teas, and they have to work very, very hard indeed, cutting up the mountains of tea cakes, brewing the tea, making cakes, and all the other things which help so much to the enjoyment of the crowds. And one can't help but pay a tremendous tribute to these lady helpers. The wicket, of course, has to be rolled again during the interval to get it in good shape for the second innings. Rawtenstall, of course, want to make sure of having a good wicket to bat on, because After all, they've got a pretty formidable total, 210. They've only got, I think it's, let me see, yes, 2 hours and 20 minutes to get these runs in. Well, it's a lot of runs to get in 140 minutes, but these Lancashire League matches are notorious for their fast scoring. And the Rawtenstall spectators are by no means downhearted or downcast by the score which they have against them. Incidentally, I believe the announcer is just announcing that Weeks' collection has raised £38, and here come the Bacup team to take the field in the second innings. And now we have the Rawtenstall opening pair, Ingalls and Coop, coming in to open the Rawtenstall innings. Ingalls on the left, one of the best amateur batsmen in the league, partnered by Coop on the right. Both these batsmen are free-scoring batsmen who can make runs in pretty quick time. And Rawtenstall have plenty more to come after these two. And now they're off. And there is Ingalls opening his shoulders quite early on. And Coop is taking guard and batting. I think it will be to Hall or Roberts. No, Roberts, I think it will be. Yes, Coop, I think, is just having a look round the field and going to get the bowling of Roberts. It is, yes, Roberts. And he turns him away quite nicely to leg. But unfortunately for Rawtenstall, Coop doesn't stay very long today. For the first wicket falls with the score at 30. Coop being out for 4. Ingalls is batting very steadily and has scored 20. And now the Rawtenstall professional, Vijay Hazare, makes his way to the wicket. He had a great responsibility on his shoulders today. He's been making some wonderful scores this year, but mostly on the away grounds. He's not done quite so well at home. The Rawtenstall spectators hope that he'll break his run of bad luck and get a grand score today. Now the Bacup captain, Graham, is making a change of bowling. He's putting a Hall on to bowl. Hall is a youngster who's, this is his first season with Bacup, and he's done some very remarkable bowling feats indeed. If he can get Hazare out, well, he certainly will raise the Bacup hopes very high. Hazare takes his guard, and Hall bowls to him. And he snips that one, and he's caught. Hazare is out, caught in the slips. And my goodness me, the Bacup people are jubilant indeed, for the visions now of going right through the Rawtenstall innings. There, Hoggles Greenwood is opening his shoulders, or very powerful shoulders of his, and he has something to say about it. And with Ingalls well set, Rawtenstall's score continues to mount steadily. Now there's an attempted run out there, but fortunately for Rawtenstall, Ingalls was home in time. Now